The world. When Anon awoke, he was alone. White sheets covered his body, and bright, cathartic sunlight shone through the windows. His bed was one in a row of similar cots lined against the wall in what appeared to be a hospital bay. A bouquet of flowers had been left at his bedside table. Asters and goldenrod competed for attention in their royal purple and gold. After some time, a young woman in a nurse's uniform walked in. "Oh, you're awake. Here, let me get you some water." The nurse set a glass of water down on the table next to the flowers, and Annon took a few sips. "What happened?" he said. "You've been out for a few days, ever since the sun came back. I can't thank you enough, by the way." "Me?" "Yes, you're a national hero. You and the princess. I thought her father would have me killed. There's not much he could do after you brought the light back to the realm. The people revere you now. I think there might have been an uprising if he had done anything to you." The nurse leaned in a little bit closer. "By the way, I love how open you two were up on that stage. I always thought the rules in this realm were a little too strict," she said, winking. Thanks," Annon said, trying not to blush. "Speaking of the princess, she'll want to know that you've awakened." The nurse left promptly, once again leaving Annon alone in the infirmary. He had gotten so used to the twilight that the sunlight shining through the windows seemed to be a foreign thing to him, like a promise that had all been forgotten. In due time Illumina arrived and rushed over to Annon's bed, embracing him in a giant hug. "Annon, you're awake. I thought you would never wake up. How do you feel?" "All right, I guess. I feel like I could use some of Hermie's soup right about now. It's funny, after our performance, the people demanded that Hermes be reinstated as the Hierophant. A formal invitation was sent out to him, but he turned it down. Said something about how the real spiritual authority lies within." "Sounds like Hermes," Anon said. "What about your parents? Your mother must be furious that your dad kept your conception a secret for so long." "They're working it out. He's agreed to take a back seat and do some healing when Mom rules the realm for a while." "That's good," Anon said. "You were out for a long time. It looked like you were having a nightmare. You kept saying, 'I love you, little guy.' Who were you talking to?" "An old friend," Anon said. "Someone I had forgotten about for a long time." "That reminds me, there's someone else who wants to see you." She ran out of the infirmary, and when she returned she was joined by Zosimos, who was beaming from ear to ear. "Zosimos!" Annon exclaimed. "Hello, lad, you're finally up, I see." "For better or for worse," Annon said. I thought you were either going to return Illumina to the castle, or you were going to bring light back to the realm, but somehow you managed to do both. How does it feel to fulfill a prophecy in more ways than one?" "I couldn't have done it without you, Zosimos. Maybe throwing rocks off a cliff wasn't such a bad idea after all." "Perhaps you're right, lad," Zosimos said. "Now you're a national hero. Have you given any thought to what you'd like to do next? I've spoken with the other professors at the academy, and we agree that you would make an excellent student." "That means a lot, Zosimos, but I think I'm going to take some time off and maybe do some traveling and see the world." "Ah, the world," mused Zosimos. "The world is a wide place, lots of dangers and distractions, but also lots to learn. Don't lose yourself out there." "I'll try not to," Annon said, grabbing Illumina around the waist and pulling her into bed with him. Zosimos turned to leave, then remembered something. He said, "part of me always thought that when the man without a shadow returned to the realm, his shadow would return as well." Annon held his hand over the sheets. The sunlight shone through as if it weren't there at all. Illumina reached out and interlaced her fingers with Annon's. The shadow of her hand filled in the space where his shadow should have been. "Don't you know, Zosimos? I have found my shadow. It turns out she was what I was seeking all along."